What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is Jason Momoa breaks his silence about what life was like for him after he got killed off of Game of Thrones. Our favorite Dothraki Kyle has just come out with an article talking about how life was for him after Game of Thrones. Now, we all know that this is a tricky business, what we're dealing with here, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and when you're an actor, you know that there is no guaranteed of work. No matter what you perform or how good you did, there's no guarantee of that work, and that new work will come in. And I think that this could be an inspirational story for a lot of people who are having down times. I know I have them myself, and sometimes things don't seem to be going right for you. But make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get the latest and all Game of Thrones and other news that I put out there. Now, even the biggest stars today had their bad patches. And even after appearing in one of the biggest titles of all times, one of the biggest shows of all time, Game of Thrones, Jason Momoa recently came out with an interview with InStyle magazine, and he said that after the character Khal Drogo was killed off of Game of Thrones, it almost killed him off too. Now, at the time, he was struggling to pay bills at his house that he now lives in with his wife, Lisa Bonet. They were living in it before they got married. And she's a good chick because, she's stuck by him. But we've all been there. I know I've been there. I don't know about you. Put in the comment section if you've ever had problems struggling paying bills at one point in your life. But you hear someone like Jason Momoa and you hear about these actors, you just don't think, they go through human experiences that we go through. But no, honestly, acting is just a job. And when you're in that line of work, you only get paid when you work. There ain't no 401k for them cats, right? Now, Jason Momoa then said losing that gig did not help. I mean, I was starving after Game of Thrones, he told InStyle magazine. I couldn't get work. It was very challenging. And when you have babies and you're completely in debt, it feels like life is over. And when you hear this from Jason Momoa, you may say, you would never think that it would be like that for him. But I'm telling you, people, a lot of times, what you see on the outside is not what truly is going on behind closed doors. Now, why in earth was Khal Drogo, having trouble getting work? Now, Jason Momoa says that for a while after the role, a lot of people bagged on me. It hurt me a lot. People thought I didn't speak English. They didn't know I was playing a role. I'm nothing like Drogo. I'm like Drogo when I'm being lovely and close to the woman I love and being nice, but the other half is not me. But then everyone fell in love with Drogo when they rewatched the show. So it seems like he went through the same thing that a lot of the actors went through, and that is typecasting. I guess he played the role so goddamn well that people didn't even think the man spoke English, right? They thought he was like some foreigner from a different country, and he had to prove to him, like, yo, that was just a role, bro. That really just isn't me. So that tells you that sometimes a hit role is a curse. That happens to many child stars. You can go through all of them, especially when it comes to sitcom stars and people that you see on TV. You can go through all of them. Ask them. A lot of them all the time will tell you that they cannot break that people see them a certain ways, you know what I mean? And that prohibits them from getting roles in the future. He then goes on to say that it wasn't until he nabbed the role in Aquaman in Justice League that things started turning out better for him. And that's when things started getting brighter. So as we can see from this quick article here, bad times happen to everyone. And not everything, no matter who it is, not everything is always great. You see people on TV, you see a lot of celebrities, and you look at them, you're like, their life has to be so good. They have so much money, but the more money you have, the more problems you have. And a lot of people have a lot more money, but they have a lot more debt. In Jason Momoa's case, he didn't have the money, but he still had the debt, and he still had babies. And it must have hurt him that he was typecast. You think that he got this role, Khal Drogo, was the best thing that happened, but remember, he only got one one season playing that role. It wasn't like Kit Harington or Emilia Clarke who played their roles for the whole full thing. He got chopped off right in season 1. So it was a great breakout role for him, but it truly didn't break him out the way he wanted to break him out. You know what I mean? He got typecasted, he got in debt, but this should be an uplifting for everyone out there who goes through hard times. And I myself, I go through hard times. You have no idea, people. Trust me. I go through a lot of hard times mentally and trying to figure things out in my life. And a lot of people don't want to come out and admit that. Everyone wants you to think that their life is great. I ran into so many people, and every time I run into them after I haven't seen them in a while, they got a huge story, how they're doing so great and how this and that is going on. And I'm like, yo, bruh, when you see me, man, you don't have to have a story for me. Just maintaining or being in the same position you were the last time I seen you is wonderful. That's a great thing to have. You know what I mean? You don't have to have this big thing that you came back from France and married the queen and all this stuff. I don't need to hear all that. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to see you maintaining. But some people, you know, they always got to have something to say. They always got to be looking better or acting like they're doing better than they actually are. I appreciate Jason Momoa coming forth with his story and letting you know that people have hard times. No matter who you are, you could have hard times. If you've had hard times, put in the comment section. Don't be afraid to share. That's what we are, a community. We're here to help each other. And I have more respect for Jason Momoa than I ever did. Thank God that his life turned around and he got on track doing what he did. But that's the way you have to look at it, people. Don't give up on life. If something bad is not going your way, just know that it's temporary and there's something bright for you around the corner. So if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this. Please spread this across the realm and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.